Today's shop project is we wanted to get the parts from Luciano and make a corporate decision on what paint job he'd really like to put on this. There are several choices, and we need to spend some time at the computer and some time just discussing how he wants to do this, because I think he's looking to replicate a certain look, but he wants to have it, and of course it's an evil twin project, he wants to have it look factory, but in some unique colors that the factory never made. So we're going to have to spend probably the better part of the day discussing this, and hopefully by the end of the day we'll make a corporate decision on how this paint job is going to look. Now, this time of year, life is so unpredictable. Every day is an adventure. And I like it that way, to be honest. But last night we went over to play with the puppy. We thought we were going to be there a half an hour. We wound up spending the whole night there. This morning we get up to the puppy report. It's wonderful. And the puppy slept through the night. He didn't wet his crate. They took him out. He went to the bathroom. Wow. So the family is so happy. Just wanted to share that with you before we go any further, because I'm sure at some point in time this puppy is going to become part of the videos. Anyway, what is part of the videos today? Luciano's definitely coming over today. Yesterday didn't work out. Karen had some things we had to do. The kids were coming over. The puppy's doing this thing. You just never know. But luckily I got this guy. The big thing is I wanted to get this guy done and running before I started Luciano's project, because what's going to happen, I know it always starts out being a 1 or 2 day thing like this, and it winds up being a week or whatever, and we don't care. It doesn't really matter. I'm not real happy with having 2 and 3 projects at the same time right now. There's just too many other things going on in our family. But having this guy ready to go back on the open road, and the big thing, the only thing left on the RD now, the RD was running. I had it idling out in the driveway for a half an hour perfectly. Obviously not going for a test ride. And it's supposed to be more snow later this week. Every day's an adventure. Now, for sure, some people don't want to have too many adventures in their life. I used to be one of those people, but what happened is I don't have a choice. You buy a brand new bike, you have an adventure, and it runs like a Rolex watch, never breaks down. You have an old bike, and it seems like you're going around the world in a birch bark canoe sometimes. You never know where it's going to wind up. You never know if it's going to wind up. You never know if you're going to make it home, which is the whole way the FZR, when I got broken down and got rescued, Karen got me the MT-09. Thank you, Karen. And truly, one of the adventures of my whole life has been this R1, and it's been 11, going to be 12 years. I have made so many little changes to this bike, gone back and made them over, redone them, made a whole exhaust system, made nose pieces, made carbon fiber pieces, and always trying to fine tune it to I have 6 seats for this bike. So if there ever was an evil twin, it doesn't even look, it was a Ferrari bike, it was a no Ferrari bike, it was an R1, it was a, who knows. And I've always had in the back of my mind, I've always had this idea that there'll be a day, it's not going to be now, but I'll want to do a total, change it over to something else. But that's the beautiful part about doing evil twins. As long as you can put it back to being a stock bike, it's pretty good. Now, in the case of like the R1, I wouldn't be wanting to buy all that bodywork. I'd paint it, but I could always paint it back the other color. So I'm not sure the logic makes sense, but just like the Ninja, I couldn't be happier with that. And I couldn't be happy. Every time I ride this, I just go, oh my God. Oh, it was a lot of years coming, but once you have it, you're so happy. Just sitting in a bike that fits your body position, comfortable, reliable, and you can't describe it to somebody who's in a position where they're always compromising. Oh, my back hurts. Oh, my feet hurt. Oh, this, I don't know about that. Oh, the bike's not reliable. People that live with things like that, when you finally reach the point where I did after 11 years that you're really happy with these bikes, I don't know how to describe it, but I know Luciano's on his way there now, and I know he loves his 400 Ninja, so I expect we're going to get this Kawasaki evil twinned up. I know he's going to be here today. He'll fight the snow even if it snows. We will get this project started today. And up above the cabinets, I always have all the things that go into some of these Evil Twin projects, and some of the things I've switched and swapped and everything, and evil windshields and wheels and fairings that didn't fit, but it has been quite an adventure. And I made the commitment last year to quiet all these bikes down, because where I've been riding is up in these areas. There are a lot of people up there, and I just feel a lot better if I'm not disturbing the peace or spending a night in jail. And that was one of my goals last summer, was to quiet most of the bikes down, and it worked. And that's what I say about Evil Twin projects. When you can put the bike right back to the way you started, whether it's paint, exhaust, and changing fenders out, tanks, whatever, as long as you can put the bike back to the way it was, it's an Evil Twin. And if it's paint, you just repaint it the color it originally was. That's evil. It actually looks like this morning, like some of this ice has melted overnight, but you never know. It's still below freezing here, but this is all part of our unpredictable winter. And we never want to start any real day out without at least one good cup of coffee. Looks like the birds are very happy today. Very, very happy. I'm going to have to double the price. So we had to cancel yesterday. We had to postpone it, but it looks like he finally made it today. Oh no! This isn't where you get the welfare checks. You're at the wrong spot. You're at the wrong house. Put it by the stairs. I got to get the table and everything out yet.
You want to put it over here?
By the stairs. Boy, if you only knew how many motorcycle parts have been painted on that table. Holy mackerel. By the way, we got to show this. This is Gil's apartment, right behind my shed here. This is how he spies on me every day. Hey, Gil. This table could talk. We'd all be in trouble. Okay, we got the table. Don't hit your head. Oh, how many people have hit their head walking in and out of here? Anyway, it looks like he's got the first base coat on, but there's schmutz in the paint here, so we'll have to evaluate this when we actually do go to paint it, which I don't know when it's going to be. But, and what else? Where are the side covers?
Side covers, I'm done.
Oh, there's no stripe on the side covers.
Nothing, just
now, you just want to make the stock stripe, like a stock bike. I'll copy it off the picture. It goes up like that.
It starts
yeah,
wide.
I got the pictures of your bike.
It gets a little narrow here.
Yes, yeah, and it goes on the tail. But see, what I was explaining to you, when I did mine, I want this to line up. On a real H1, it's a V. It doesn't line up, believe me. I looked at 100 pictures the other day to try to see. So I'll make it that it follows the bottom, the way...
Well, if it is a line up, I put a piece of foam, I get it.
Yeah. No, it's not the lineup, it's the angle. It has a little bit of an angle.
It's line up pretty good, I'll tell you.
Yeah, but what happens when you put this on the bike, it does this. It's not even.
No, this actually is straight.
I'll show you on the computer. Watch. Okay, if we look, now we're looking at a repainted one. I'm just trying to show this. This has a white stripe, a striped tank color, and then this is going to be silver in the middle. But then we want to carry that down to the tail section. So I'll make paper patterns for this whole thing. But, and then it's not a big deal to do this, but being round in the front is the way you want it, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. That's all I really need to know from this picture.
Fair.
What?
When you spray the clear coat, just give it one.
Well, yeah, give it a shot. Yeah. I forgot that the petcock's in the middle on an H1.
Yeah, and then don't forget.
Yes, of course. But that's a few extra dollars, so one extra slice of pepperoni.
I'll send you a pizza.
Yeah, okay. Mail me a check on ice and you pay me in the summer.
This tank was perfect. No dancing or rust.
No bondo.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay, but I got to just lightly sand this. I see you got a couple little spots.
Yeah, it's a little dust.
Because we got this, when you want to win these shows, you got to have a windy paint.
Yeah, my spray boot is
Yeah, you don't want to just compromise it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you made the decision. We're going to do the tank, but to make this look original, the tail section doesn't get the stripe for this year.
Right.
So you could take the tail section home. I'll just concentrate on the tank.
Yeah.
And we got to do a triple stripe, which is going to be really, really involved, but I'll figure it out. I am capable. Well, the Wright brothers said that too.
If you're not capable, you're not getting the money.
I know. Okay, so what we have is motorcycle decals. Now we got to go to find if we got Kawasaki decals. What are they? Yamaha decals. Yeah, those are Yamaha. Okay. Honda. Suzuki. Okay, it's got to be right in the back. MV Agusta. Kawasaki. Okay, pick out the decals you want on that tank. Or go order them from eBay. Your choice. I know when it comes to free and ordering. There you go.
I can put an engine there.
Yeah.
You
Yeah. No, John made all of these.
Yes.
That's exactly the one you want, right?
That's exactly the same.
Okay, see if you got 2 of them. You got 2? Oh, you got 7. Okay.
Shit.
Okay, that'll be $15 extra for those decals. Oh,
I can
you
put-
got plenty of them.
I can put 16 valve too.
Yeah,
One
yeah,
there.
the 2-stroke, yeah.
Look at me, you
Why
got.
don't you put in? Well, I asked you. That's what I said.
Oh my God, you wanted this for me, right?
You should order them for me. You could order them, and I'll sell them to you on eBay, and they come right back here. You got
Oh
other
my
stuff.
God, look here.
How many cows? Hey, we were going in business at one time. This is Turbo Steve. He won't know the difference. We'll take. Look, he made 14, and they only used 2.
Oh, okay,
No, we got plenty of them. That's
You
no
got
problem.
plenty, yeah.
We got plenty.
okay.
But again, you write me that check on ice. You pay me in the summer.
I'll pay on the summer
And now put them all back exactly the way they were. Don't wrinkle them. You could have one of these if we scratch the bike up. We'll put this.
I will pay on the winter.
Yeah,
When the check freezes over, right?
That's right. When hell freezes
You
over,
can't cash it.
you could make a 500R if you want to do that. You could, or your name could be Luciano. Oh my God! Yeah, you could be a GPX7. You know, what? Mark Morgan wanted to do something like that. Don't forget that check on ice. You take a piece of ice when you go.
It won't be in the mail.
All right, have a safe ride home. So we got the table set up. We made a decision, a corporate decision on this bike, because the problem is this bike has so many possibilities for a paint job. Luciano settled on, he's not going to do anything with the tail section, we're just going to paint the tank. So it's good that we spent this day as a thought session, because what happens, some of these bikes have a point some of the years, and some of them are round, and some of them have the stripe on the tail section and some don't. So we weren't sure in the beginning, because this is not going to be a stock color. This normally would be green and really light green. The way it's going to be is it's going to be a double stripe of blue, white, and then silver. And we got plenty of Kawasaki decals. I didn't know we had that many. But the thing is with this, and I can't do it today, I've got to wet sand this down with some 2000 grit, because I think Luciano did this out when the wind was blowing. And this is what happens when you paint without a spray booth like I do. This is really, it needs to be sanded down a little bit. I also might have to put on another coat of blue. I have to see when I get done with it. But then I've got to, in my mind, I've got to make patterns for the paint job. And that's normal. And then I have to see if I can get rid of all of this little stuff. Because if you don't do it, here's the reason, and you put water slide decals over a little mountaintop, you wind up getting a bubble or a defect there. And I want this to be, you know, needless to say, I want it to be as good as I can make it. So I just wanted to show, this is what we're trying to replicate, that round front on the tank, that stripe goes behind the seat, and the tail section has no trim on it. And it's amazing for this year of bike, how many different variations when people repaint them. This one's all rusted through the gas tank. Well. So the way this worked out, the only thing I'm going to have to do is the gas tank, but it's going to have a white stripe, a green stripe, and it's not green, it's going to be blue and silver. And then on the tail section, nothing. So at least from today's session, we made a corporate decision. And actually, every one of these projects that I've ever worked on, they change 100 times before you actually get the tape laid down. So the plan is, now that we have this and we know we have the decals, we're going to live to fight another day. The second day in a row, we're not going to get any real painting done. It's just not turning out that way in this holiday season between Christmas and New Year's. There's just a lot of family stuff going on, and the puppy. And that puppy has taken over our life. So tomorrow when we get back to the shop, we'll start laying out the patterns for this. We've made our plan. We spent the time wisely today, and it's a good thing I didn't rush off and make him a custom bike that he wouldn't be happy with. It's time for us to go visit our puppy. At least one thing, it looks like the snow is melting up a little bit today. It went above freezing, but We have bigger fish to fry.
Bird.
Oh, he's so small.
Does it
Hey,
look like an angry bird?
It's a girl.
ah,
It looks a little bit like an angry bird, though.
where are you going? Where are we going?
What's it?
Oh my God. Ah. His name is Buddy, and he is my buddy. You want to check those out?
Yeah.
I figured out how to have multiple players on the Mario Maker too.
Hard to describe how cute this Q-tip is. He's a human Q-tip. Got plenty of things to explore right here.
Look at you, you handsome
Look at
doggy.
that baby.
Look at
Oh
you,
my
you sweet
God,
little
what a
boy.
baby.
Sweet.
Isn't he soft, Grammy?
Oh my God, he's
Isn't he
cute.
soft?
Soft as can be.
Ah.
Rob, he's absolutely the most beautiful.
He really does make your day complete after a few minutes with him. Buddy. No. Ah, there we go. Arr. Arr.
He likes that toy.
Arr. Arr.
Miles, are you getting hungry?
Fine, fine.
I was gonna make you a taco.
It was okay. I was okay when we moved down.
And it's funny. It's funny. Every day with this puppy is a great adventure. It's wonderful to see him. He is just taking over our family. It has actually warmed up to the point you could go out for a ride if you wanted to spend 2 hours cleaning off the bike, but I don't think that's going to happen today. I think we're going to cut our losses, and as we always do, live to fight another day. So like everything this time of year, totally unpredictable. Every minute of my life is, and I like it this way, is a no Groundhog Day life. Now, boy, having this tank in my hand reminds me, I have painted 2 of my own H1s way back in the day. Ray will remember, because I sold one to Frank, and he kept it for many years, and it really had a nice paint job on it. So I wonder if Ray's got any pictures of that bike. Well, if you do, Ray, send them to me. Anyway, here's the point I wanted to make. This time of year, during the holiday season, there's just no way I can set up to do like a production line. I have to do it in bits and pieces. Now, the next time I get to work on this, I will have to make patterns. I'm glad we got the decals today. Now, today, I felt like today is, and this is funny too, I felt like when you go to, if you ever watched the show Bitchin' Rides, and the client flies in from somewhere, and they sit and he makes a sketch of the bike, and oh yeah, the car, the motorcycle, whatever. He goes, oh well, I'd like to have it that color, I'd like this, I want this upholstery and that. Oh, okay, sir, that'll be $200,000, no problem. Now, and I think how different that is than my clients. My clients don't fly in, they usually drive over in their used cars and stuff, and bring me rusty parts to paint. This one's not too bad, but anyway, this looks like a nice tank. And these tanks are hard to find, I know, so we want to, the goal is we want to do the best job that we possibly can in everything we do. And before I end the video, the next day we get to work, and it may be 2 days, I don't know. What's going to happen is I need to make patterns, and then I need to look at the computer and make sure I've got the look that we're looking for, because I didn't realize, I was not up to date on my Kawasaki paint jobs. The year that this is did not have a stripe on the tail. And the next year had the stripe on the tail and then a point up in the front. And if I would have screwed that up, my client would be no pepperoni pizza for Wendy. Anyway, so I want to thank the healthcare workers. And boy, oh boy, thank the people that originally designed the H1. Did that ever change my life years ago? And I did have 2 of them, and I had an H2. And just working on this tank now, it just brings back memories of those days. I couldn't be happier that I lived in that time, and we had so much fun. It's hard to describe to modern people how much fun it was back then. But it's not important because we're never going back either. And this is the only memory we have of that time. And I try my best with the passion I have for motorcycles to keep it alive. So now, I don't know when we're going to get to work on this again, but have a great holiday season. That's all I can say. And thank you to the healthcare workers always. Thank you guys so much. And I know I just read in this morning's paper we just had a giant spike in New Jersey, so I'm kind of happy to be in a cellar working on motorcycles. And anyway, most of all, thank you for watching. So we try to post up something almost every day. This time of year, we're not the most reliable. So many things get in the way, and we're really trying to stay sequestered here, and for obvious reasons. New Jersey is taking a real beating on this coronavirus thing at all the spikes. But working on motorcycles is one of the great passions of my life, along with model airplanes and along with, well, now with Buddy, the puppy. That puppy is so cute. Honest to God, he is so cute. Anyway, I hope you are getting some enjoyment out of the videos. I enjoy editing them. I enjoy making them. And at the end, we get to own these cool motorcycles. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks again.